Salute. Wotesan. Emi lo latimo mohoye. De alafia. Divine risings and rotations. Beloved army. Beloved army. Ujima. Collective works and responsibilities. I'm going to be frank with y'all. Sometimes I feel like I'm alone with the work. Sometimes I feel like more is taken from me than placed in me. And the world just magnifies that feeling because we live in a selfish world. We live in a world that's so selfish that even the good people don't even know that they're being selfish. Even the good people don't know that they're functioning on a inconsiderate level. Because they do a little for people from time to time. But being considerate and being a willing participant, it's not a from time to time thing. It's a continuum. It's an understanding that this is purpose. Like right now, I'm in this space where I'm really emotionally drained. Like, I know for most people that see me or know me, they would never know that. Other than the ones that are excessively close and get the drained version. I feel like I go to work and I exhaust my energy. And then I come out of work and I exhaust energy. And then even when it's time for me to do these messages, I'm not really giving it my optimal. Because I'm in an exhausted state. But I always say that I go through the worst of shit because I was sent to speak to a people going through the worst of shit. And the only way to effectively speak to a people is to experience their experiences. Now, of course, the people that I may reason with, the people that I may touch, the people that may resonate with me may not go through all of the worst shit like I do at one time with one body. But I understand the diversity and the conflicts that my people are dealing with, that humanity is dealing with. And so once I've exhausted myself and became dissatisfied or frustrated or disappointed even, and that leads to anger, I have to go to the ancestors. They live inside, and they live everywhere else too. I have to go to the Orisha. See, because religion don't do it for me. It don't do it for me. It might do it for you, and I would never knock nobody. So if you want to know the Bible, I teach you the Bible. You want to know the Quran, I teach you the Quran. You want to know the Bhagavad Gita, I teach you the Bhagavad Gita. You want to know anything religious-wise, I'll teach you that, because I know that too. But that's not me. And so if you ask me what is my personal views, then that might change a little. But let me tell you what I expect when I think about collective works and responsibilities. I expect that when I'm short on something, somebody comes through for me without me asking, because I do that. And I know many people say, well, people are not you. Well, I don't do it because it's just me. I do it because it's the thing to do. I do it because I understand that if no one does it, we'll all stay in this decrepit state that we've been existing in, because we ain't been living, that we've been existing in. If no one exhausts themselves, this is why it's always stories about messiahs. It's always stories about those who have sacrificed their bodies to bring people to the truth, to bring people to clairvoyance, to clarity. And I live in a world where no one wants to sacrifice a motherfucking thing, but they want everything. Even the shit that's incompatible with the shit that they want. Or the shit that's incompatible with the shit that they got. And they make excuses to legitimize trying to mesh together the incompatibilities and act like they're compatible. But who are you trying to convince? Who are we trying to convince that these incompatible natures are compatible with nature? See, because incompatible natures are not nature. That's artificial intelligence. That's artificial implementations. That's inoculation. Inoculation of concepts, of ideology, you know? But if we don't want to see our advisors, our counselors, our leaders, our comforters, our warriors exhausted, because exhaustion, let me tell you something. When you become exhausted, you become evasive mentally, because there's a process when you start to become exhausted of you shutting down. And so as one side of you is trying to stay active, the other side is shutting down, and so it causes illusions at times. And I'm not necessarily suffering from the illusions, but I overstand. And again, I go through the things that I go through so I can overstand the science of these things, right? So I overstand that that's the condition of us as a people right now in society. That's the condition of us as family. That's the condition of us as community. That's the condition of us as a nation. That's the condition of us as a world, of a tribe, of an ethnicity, of ethnicities. That we are suffering illusions from exhaustion. And we've been suffering illusions from the exhaustions for so long that we think that the illusions are reality. Yeah, and I'm specifically talking to those of us who sit in these thrones of so-called righteousness, of so-called awokenness, consciousness, centeredness. You begin to make your wrongs right because you got more right attached to them. It's still a wrong, regardless of how much right you do, you're still doing wrong. And you can see what doesn't fit and what does fit. Again, it's as simple as asking yourself, am I extending what I'm receiving? Not the exact same thing, because people don't need the exact same thing that you're getting, but they need the exact same energy. That's reciprocity. And because of the divine quality in us, we have a tendency of crossing each other out of our reciprocity. Now, the universe ain't going to allow us to be crossed out of reciprocity. So the reciprocity going to come. But understand, you still have a responsibility as an individual and as a collective whole to pay it forward. To have a fair exchange. Right now, what y'all doing is what them motherfucking pilgrims did to them natives. To the native brothers and sisters. That y'all doing the same shit that them pilgrims did to the native brothers and sisters. They buying land that don't nobody even own with motherfucking beads and calling that land Brooklyn. Or wherever the fuck else you want to go to, that they gave them some worthless shit, but they had never saw it before, so they were convinced that this shit was valuable, but the ones giving it knew it was valueless. It's like they took your gold, they took your silver. And then they gave you paper that was worthless. Stay focused, stay positive, stay around focused and positive people. Never lose who you are once you know who you are. Never sacrifice who you are for nothing and nobody. Don't just wake up. Get out of the bed and stay out of the bed and assist others in rising from their slumber. Alafia farano wo monife relai nidi wupe aka sima kayeri onyon kopon naka kayeri en frama umuntu winga bantu lai ni waju korisegi. Fia de no iasoto eto frako wajibu. Nakupenda usifiwe. Nakupenda usifiwe. Nakupenda usifiwe. Salute. Peace and motivation. Wholeness and motivation. Have an illuminating day. I love y'all immortally.